Why did I want to be someone who made things is kind of a story that goes really far back. I actually had a lot of hearing problems when I was a child. I was a little bit behind, so a lot of my world was very tactile and visual. And so I also was being raised by a family of artists, musicians, writers. In fact, I grew up in a rock and roll band for the first couple of years. I traveled with them. So I had to entertain myself, and making things was how I found my happy space, basically. And so I've been making things all my life. I took one step into architecture school and I left. I actually transferred the first semester to do all my core graphic design classes in the art school. But the good thing is I came back. Ever since WashU, I have enjoyed school like never before in my life. And I feel like, the Sam Fox School gave me a kind of fearlessness about seeing through an idea all the way through to making it. And I loved that. It even ultimately gave me the fearlessness of leaving architecture and going into landscape architecture. I'm the biggest advocate for great architecture. I am simultaneously in urban planning, urban design, landscape architecture, ecology, hydrology. We put on all these different hats. And frankly, I love my job because I'm constantly learning things about how we make cities, how we impact landscapes, how we are changing things. And I was the lead in winning a project in Austin, Texas called Waterloo Greenway. And it's a weird project. It's at the interstitial space of landscape, urban design, planning, architecture engagements, in that it's a 1.5 mile corridor of rebuilding a creek that is terribly blighted. It's just truly every block of this project is kind of a reinvention of what a creek in a city is. And it's kind of fascinating, endlessly iterative, endlessly complicated. I guess you can tell I like complicated projects. I really rested on everything that the Sam Fox School gave me. It was truly, again, that confidence and fearlessness to see an idea through it to its conclusion. I want a job where I'm always learning, and the job I have is I'm constantly learning, and that, again, nourishes me and makes the work better. I eventually eased up and gave into that kind of that intuitive knowing place inside of me that, again, I think started with WashU experience, that I'm going to follow this idea. This feels right. I'm learning. That's a good sign. David Smiley, Lauren Kogod, Brian McLaren, Bob Hansman. They're people that were so dear to me because we talk outside of classes all the time. We talk about design culture, about art, about, St. Louis, and really try to understand public space. And I think that was just a really powerful, that culture of like, how do we make what we're doing really relevant in the environment that we're in? And I never forget that.